Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into YouTube, and thanks to YouTube for being, to put this thing on the air all around the world here. All right, now what have we got? We have an interesting sort of situation here, and that is, who is the United States? What is the United States? You all heard about the Constitution, and we ostensibly have representative government via Congress and the Senate to tell us what the Constitution allows and do not allow. Where are we under the circumstances? Do you feel you have representative government in Washington under the Bush administration and any other administration? The Constitution is not what it seems to be, because it was a concoction, moreover, in Europe. But this is deception here. My people, says the Bible, perish for lack of knowledge, because we do not have the educational facilities, and you have been downgraded in your knowledge of what's going on. And the other interesting thing that I have here is, guess what? I have three different definitions of what constitutes the United States of America. Which one does the Constitution apply? That's an interesting little scenario. We're going to go into that further on down the line. And the taxes and everything. What does it represent? What do we get back for our taxes? We are slaves, let me tell you, under the Constitution. Because the taxes that we pay, we get very little back for. We get a token back just to keep us happy, because it takes so little to keep us happy. La 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 land. That's where we live in this country. Wake up, because you don't have much time in which to wake up. The United States, so-called, is not a country. It is a corporation. It is a corporation. Let me illustrate this to you. After all, the U.S. Constitution is the foundational document for the United States Incorporated. The United States Incorporated. How does the Constitution represent a corporation? Furthermore, how does it represent a bankrupt country, so-called? We went bankrupt in 1933. The international bankers run this country, along with the Khazar Jews. Yeah, the ones that converted to Judaism. We're going to do programs on the Khazars too. We're going to do that. We've got a lot of information. And I'm a producer, or used to be a producer, of cable access programs on the Novus Ordo Seclorum Society, or the New World Order. Look on the pyramid, underneath the pyramid on your dollar bill, and there you see the letters Novus Ordo Seclorum, or the Order of the New Age, or the New World Order that George Bush have spoken of so many times. So when you say you have an American passport, and it represents the United States of America, but if we have three different versions of it, in what context then, which one of those three different versions does the Constitution represent? It's an interesting thing. We're going to get into it some other time down the road here, but this is my first official entry beyond the little introduction a couple of weeks ago here. So we'll get more into this kind of stuff, and if you're interested in learning about what's going on, I have more than just a casual opinion. Let me illustrate to you what constitutes an opinion. An opinion is something that a lot of people have on things. It remains an opinion when you don't have adequate documentation to back it up. If you have more than enough documentation to prove it, it's no longer an opinion. It is then a fact. Everyone accepts 2 and 2 as being 4. And that has not changed for centuries. It's the same all over the world. But in this so-called United States of America, it isn't necessarily so when you look at that time when President Clinton was impeached. He said, and I quote, "It depends on what you mean is. Yeah. So what is the United States under the circumstances in question? It is a corporation. This is going to be interesting to follow through as we walk down the very, very narrow road of intellectual knowledge with respect to what is the United States. How did it come into being? And where are we going? You notice that we have something like about 730, 740 military bases around the world. We are in at least 130 different countries on the military basis and looking for more. We don't have a country, we have an empire, a corporation, and that is the Empire of America. That's the most correct name of them all. Now, we're going to find out as we go along here, how did this thing happen? How did we get the wool pulled over our eyes so easy? How did we let it happen? Oh, but we have this very smooth-talking politician who spin us around their little finger anytime they want to, because we lack the knowledge of discernment. That's why the Bible says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge," and we deserve what we get. Wake up. Wake up and understand the serious problems in front of you. America is not going to be around much longer. The corporation is going to go. The money system is a fraud to begin with. The Federal Reserve System came online in 1913, and then the income taxes and everything set up shop. What has it given us? Bush talks about more and more freedom. But what has the Constitution done to represent us? Where is this congressman, senators et al., who swears to uphold the Constitution? They never do. If they did, would we be better off? You know something? You look into the Bible, you know where you find the answers to all the problems? Look at 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray, seek my face. And then it goes on, then, after all these requirements are fulfilled, then will I hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. It doesn't say anything about the political machinery to solve our problems. And we keep on saying, well, if we just could elect the right person for Congress, the right president, right person for president, and the senators and everything, we'd have it all done. They understand nothing about human nature because they never read or understand what's in the Bible with respect to the criteria inherent in the condition in which we live. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of man. Total corruption. And that's what we have on a grand scale bigger than anything you ever seen. The greatest deception is what you do not think it is. The fraud of this country. It's run by international bankers in the military-industrial complex, as President Eisenhower alluded to. So we're kind of slowly coming to an end of our first 10-minute episode. We're going to make more of them. And it's very nice to have you as an audience out there. And thank you, YouTube, for the kind thing you do about having this kind of programs on the air all over the world. And I'm the Elucidarian, and I thank you for tuning in. And now you have a nice evening, and you take care. See you soon. Yeah, see you soon. Bye! From the Elucidarian.